has the power.
Hey Hero fans, this is Todd, and today we're going to talk about Dragstor, the Masterverse version. And it's funny is I actually took off 3 days of work so I could see the new movie and make some videos about it. And I thought, you know what? Since I got time, I should make some cool videos on stuff that's been sitting around for a while, just waiting for me to get to it. So, without further ado, let's turn the camera around and let's talk about Dragstor. Dragstor! There he is. So, as you guys know, we've had Dragstors throughout the years. Here's our first one right here. He used a ripcord, and you put these little sliders on the ground right here, and he would turn into from a man to a speeding across the ground. And I believe he's made by the Horde. He was a regular guy, just like Cyclone at one time, and that is how he was made. These are supposed to be little rollers on his leg right here, but they always make them weird vents. But if you take a look at some of the original artwork, you can tell they're like rollers right there. But either way, they're not really on the toy. So that's how he works. Now, I was hoping that this would fit in there. And this is actually from the new Dragstor that we got with Origins. And why isn't this going in? What am I doing wrong? Oh, it goes like that. So here's the new one. And he's got little slider things on his arms too. He has some cool little rocket on the back. And he has the same things on his leg. Let's bring him back here. And let's rip him up. Oh, I guess I didn't put it low enough. Let's try that again. All right. Now, before I pull this cord, let's make sure I got him. So we can roll. There we go. Wow. He took off. Let's try that again. Oh, and he knocked over my TV stuff. Oh well. Luckily I didn't lose my screen. So, fun toy. Really cool. And of course we have the Classics one, which is a huge letdown because his tire was only on his armor. You can see if I pull this back, there's nothing underneath there. They didn't actually install the tire. But again, there's articulation right there, so you really couldn't just put a tire in there. People said, just sand it out. Well, it doesn't work. You just can't sand it out, because you destroy all the articulation right in that area. So he has an ab crunch there. He has a waist turn there. It just won't work. So one of my thoughts, as you guys know, was to take him and somehow take him apart and make him work, and swapping parts to make a cool Classics version somehow. I don't know exactly how I would do it, whether I'd reuse this armor or what I would do. I haven't gotten that far, but we have another version of Dragstor. Pom, 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 pom. Now, do hang on, because I do want to talk about potential custom ideas, so don't just disconnect saying, hey, we've seen that figure. Well, let's talk about the art of the possible. What can we do with this cool figure? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the back and then take him apart and see what he's got. So it does show I could turn him into a wheelie thing, and it's weird, he's got wheels for hands on this one. Then he has a double shafted, it used to be with the Dragstor we have here that it was actually a crossbow, but this time it looks like something else, and it's his engine on his back too. Weird, because here's the engine on the back of the original toy, here's the engine on the back of this one, here's the engine on the back of this one, but it looks like this one's removable to turn into a double-barreled gun or something. Let's see. Breaking free from Hordak's mind control, Dragster uses his vehicle transformation powers to be the first to find the power of Grayskull in his new Master Despera. Well, what the heck? If he broke free from... I'm not going to question it. Let's just open it. Opening. Oh, that's a cool looking He-Man. Look at that. I want that He-Man. Now, I know it's supposed to be the Masterverse one. You can tell by the armband. But look at the armor. The armor looks amazing on that. And I don't... Okay, I have to go grab him. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of Masterverse? Not New Eternia, but vintage collection or something. Because here's this one here. And he's got the wrong armor. I thought that's the one they were referring to because that's the right armband. Now, I did swap it out. I don't have that armband on this one. But then he's got his armor. But again, that's not the right armband for this armor here. So I'm not sure what's going on with that picture. Hopefully it means the release of a new He-Man figure from the vintage collection. That would be cool. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and get them open. First thing we should have is a Cracker Jack prize, and we do. Here is our Cracker Jack prize. And this one was not sealed. This one has tape, and I've been kind of mentioning that in different videos. That sometimes they're sealed, and sometimes they're taped shut. It's kind of strange that we got one and the other. And well, that's weird. I got one training wheel and one hand. So I'm guessing the other training wheel, yeah, it's already on his hand there. His other hand's there. So you don't have a lot of choices to hands, but I'm glad they gave us this hand instead of a fist hand or an open hand. So at least you chose the right hands to give us, Mattel. There's my garbage can. All right, let's go and pull the figure out. Dun 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 dun. Let's pull the engine out first. I gotta cut it. So again, this engine doubles as a gun or as his actual jetpack on his back. Alright, and he does have a spinning wheel. I just wish they had a ripcord for it. Come on, Mattel, so close. I mean, how hard would it have been to add a hole and a gear to make this work? It is funny. It is pretty high in his chest, though, which is probably why we have the wheels, because obviously you have to offset them pretty high, because the original toy it was almost in his loin, and then the new toy, same thing. And in the classics, they put it really far down as well. So, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's get back on track here. So this must go on his back. Doop. There we go. Now, on his back, it's kind of weird because now we have that kind of handle right here. But again, this is made to double as a gun. Engine-powered gun! Which doesn't make a lot of sense, because that's the intakes of the gun. Is the intakes of the engines. But, okay, whatever. I guess you make it backfire. Back on his back. I'm almost tempted to cut that fin off. Of course, I gotta fix this, because I bent it pulling out of the box. Being too rough. Alright, let's go ahead and take off his training wheels first. And put his hand on there. Now, we did see one character one time that was made that had training wheels down here for feet. That would be kind of funny to pull off his legs and put his training wheels down there. Like he's some kind of skateboarder dude. Let's talk about his articulation. So we have ankle articulation. We have a boot cut that is a little bit too high on the front. I wish they would have done something a little different on that, but I guess it's interchangeable. We have double jointed knees. Oh, that are totally frozen. I'm going to have to heat that up. We have this strap holding this on here. And we got some strange kind of, almost like they wanted to do a strap there. Now mine has a strange gap on this side I'm going to have to fix. So that's kind of weird. But it's cool, the strap here is loose, so I'm not quite sure exactly how that all fits into place. So these parts would probably be removable. If you pull this out, weird. Anyway, I gotta fix that gap. That's awful. And then we have a hip joint. His waist turns. There is no ab crunch because it would destroy the wheel movement. The wheel does spin. Hooray! We have shoulder movement, bicep cut, double jointed elbows, and of course his head moves as well. Such a strange looking head. But again, so was this one. It was a strange looking head too. So out of the two strange looking heads, I do like this strange head looking head better. But we shall see. It's a bummer the blue's not the exact same shade of blue. Alright. So let's see. Well, he doesn't have any slider points on here, so I guess we'll have to use his training wheels. Geben Sie deinem Hand. Training wheel number 1. Which of course is just at the wrong angle. Because it has this rim right here, and so if you put it sideways like it shows in the picture, it's going to be scooping up dirt. So somehow you have to angle that, turn his arm over, and that works better. So kind of a weird deal to make it work right. They should have made this to only have this on one side only and not on both. Arrgh. And again, crank that on over. There we go. Oh, dude. If your wheel hits, your face is hitting. That's not a good look for you. Being that wheel's so close to his chest, you've got to put his head up. Okay. I can already see how this is going to go. Being his legs are so heavy, you have got to put the wheels going backwards. He's got to use the wheels on his sides here. Yeah, that works way better. Now he can lift his legs. Now his elbows are in his mufflers. The angle's not right. It's just not a good design. Sorry, Mattel. I was all excited about this one. I was even thinking about buying a second one, but the only way to make him work is to not utilize his wheel on his chest. It just doesn't stick out far enough. And you could see, looking down, to get that to work, you got to really put his legs back, and they're just scraping along. See his arms now, even totally outstretched. That wheel will never make the right contact. Like I said, you got to do the arm flip. This side, arm flip. There's just not enough weight in the front. Now granted, if this actually was jet powered, then it would force the wheels front. That makes a lot of sense. But being we're just trying to propel it with our hands. Yeah, it's just a little lackluster. That ain't working. Nope. I mean, you could put his arms out like that. That's really strange too. Okay, so we have something called fit, form, and function, and this does not match that criteria. We do not have fit, form, and function with this guy. He just looks cool, but as far as actually working, nix sehr gut. No ripcord. The front wheels don't really make a lot of sense. I was really excited about opening him, but with the gap in his leg, the front wheels just not quite working. I was hoping I could upgrade my classics with the new torso piece. Oh, but it's not gonna happen. And being his only accessory is his own backpack turning into a gun, that's not really a great accessory. So I was gonna rank this number 1 when I first saw it, when it first came out of the box, but his ranking's going down very quickly because of his lack of use. And that's the problem with my classics. His rank, in my mind, really low. And you can see here they did it right. They made him like with little wheels like they're supposed to, with the little pieces there. But they don't actually roll. I just wish that Mattel would have spent just a little bit more time on it and actually figured out a way to put the wheel down lower for the center of gravity. Give it the ripcord like this one has, but yet still make it look cool. I guess this one here. Yes, disappointment. And adding these on, they just do not work. You're either scraping here, trying to suck up all the dirt on the ground. They should just have the fender on top only, not in the back too. I know I could cut this off myself, but that just kind of defeats the purpose. Or make it so that the fender's longer and goes over the top more. That would have worked too. Because that's the fender's for, it's the top, not to scrape the ground. So if they would have made it so that it was just extra long on one side, or even made it so this pin goes off totally sideways, that makes sense too. But such a disappointment. I've waited so long. I didn't actually wait like I was anticipating opening this figure, but he sat for so long over on the side. Plus, I like that these are separate straps instead of being stuck on his legs. That's really cool. I don't like that they added the Mattel markings on his legs. I can't even tell what they say. Oh, made in Vietnam. I mean, if he's on his back doing that, that's what... I mean, why stick that right there? That's so weird. Such a weird choice. Okay. You can probably tell in my voice I'm not really that happy with it. I thought I'd be a lot happier with it. I was really hoping to get an update. I was thinking of sticking him in my box of monsters even for the figures I was keeping from Masterverse, but I don't even know if he's going to even end up there with all the flaws. Yes, it's nice the wheel rolls. It's just completely in the wrong place for center of gravity. And I know it's why they added the wheels to try to fix that spot, but they made the wheels in the wrong place. They should have put wheels here on his legs. Then it would have worked just fine. And you would have had, his hands could have just gone up like that and not have to contact. Wheels here on his legs that strap on, and it would have worked. Maybe I could bend his knees. Maybe it will work better then. There we go. Well, it does work better trying not to use those tires. That'd be funny. Just connect his boots and put them right there. Would have made a lot more sense. Even have a strap right here. I don't know. They're such big wheels. You know, what's with the tusks? And it made sense on the other one that it's like some kind of carburetor thing or something. Because he's supposed to be a motor, a human motor. But being you pull the motor off, and then he's got these weird tusks on there. Yeah, I'm just not liking it. Sorry, Mattel. You had me at first when I first opened them with kind of a gasp moment, but as I'm looking at them more and more, it's fading very quickly. Oop. All right. Anyway, let me know what you think. Obviously, I'm probably not going to be keeping them. I don't know. I may customize them. I may not. I think my best bet is to customize this guy here and somehow make him work with the classics. I have another dragster over here unopened that I got for one purpose and one purpose only. Oh, this box has been cut. Wow. And that is to use to create one with a spinning wheel. That's what I bought him for originally. I was going to meld him into an original 80s Dragstor. But now I'm going to use one of these because I bought some extras. I wonder how much I have to change. I mean, if I change the head and the arms and the legs, would that be enough? I mean, the armor is cool on this, but is it cool enough to make the effort? I hate to monkey with this one too much. Because I'd have to take it off, remove this tire here. Maybe just cut off this part of the armor, choose the top, and sand this down right here. The camera's not even aimed over there. Sand this down and use just the top half of the armor. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I do like the Classics motor way better, though, than the one on here. That's funny. Looking at all the different details. All right. That is all that I have. Thanks for joining me. And like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey. Oh, good journey. He could be so cool. It's so close. It's just that far away, Mattel. A couple little changes. Wheels here. Pull string there. Don't make this his weapon. Give him an actual separate weapon. Make the engine integral to his body instead of separable. And of course, defect on the leg. Alright. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it!